Okay, let's go through our demo today. Let me put some art here on the desktop here. There we go. So my main demo tonight is taking your art and design and making it a little bit more professional by using the Adobe Stock and taking your designs and applying that to the Adobe Stock. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is think about where you're going to post these designs, right? I have this wonderful, now this was a student design, I didn't make it, but the one that everybody keeps stealing. I printed this out 4 times. I'm on my 4th print. So 3 times I've printed it now, and this is on my 4th print. I put it on the wall, and I just printed this out and I put it on the wall last week, and it's already been taken down. Somebody stole it. It's a second one stolen this semester, and last semester I had one stolen as well. Who keeps stealing my hope off the wall, my Obama hope, but I love it. So let's just say this is a great design. I made this for my portfolio, but wouldn't it be kind of cool on the side of the bus stop? Right? How can we do that? Okay, I'm going to show you some Photoshop tools too to make it match as well. Here's an example of Ashley. So I think I've already talked about Ashley. Ashley went to San Francisco State to the visual communications program. And she sent me this, and this is her example, right? See, at San Francisco State, they want you to have your designs. So this is like a restaurant or brand style guide. I don't know. This is her style guide, but it looks like oh no, and a billboard. It's a billboard there, right? And so this is like Adobe Stock, right? And so on. So you can see this was her design. Then she has it on what? This is like the leftover package, right? See it? Leftover package, an app, right? A business card, a package, a bag in there. So that's what I'm going to show you now, how to put these things on these bags and stuff. Okay. We're going to use Photoshop to do it. I do love Illustrator. Everybody loves Illustrator, but we're going to use Photoshop because we're going to try and, it usually downloads as Photoshop. That's why. So here we go. Let's do first one. We're going to use Photoshop again. So let's go to Photoshop. We're going to be using Photoshop for this. So let's say we love the Obama poster and we want to put it on our bus stop. Okay. I was saying, well, I don't have a picture of a bus stop. Well, it'd be great if you go out and take a picture of your own bus stop. That would be good. But if you don't have the time to go and do that, you can go and use the Adobe Stock right here. Look, search Adobe Stock. Do you see it right there? You click on there. It goes to the internet. Type in bus stop. Now I haven't searched bus stop, but I did search blind bottle and other ones. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one. How about this one? Or you want this one? Which one you want? This one might be better for the Obama one. It's kind of dark, and yeah, this one's better.
The right one, definitely.
Yeah. So if we license that, it'll download it. Here it goes. It's going to download it. Goes into your downloads folder. You can open that up. I have to go to my downloads folder. Hold on. You can open that up in your downloads folder. Here it is. It's coming. Something's coming. There it is. So we want to take the Obama and put it there. Now the Obama was done in Illustrator, so it's a PDF. So how do I bring a PDF into Photoshop? Well, of course we have the place, just like you would place inside of Illustrator. We go under File, Place. Now you got Place Embedded, Place Link. Now, since we're trying to put this together, we want to embed it, push it together, right? I would avoid linking anything in Photoshop. The only time I ever use anything that is linked is maybe an InDesign, which is naturally linked. And if I had multi-page something inside of Illustrator, maybe. But I'm going to use Place Embed. We go and we find our Obama Hope. There it is. Place. Now it's going to ask us how we want to bring it in as a page, image, 3D. A page is fine. It's okay. I don't know what the difference between image and page is. Maybe page keeps the vector information and image will convert it into a bitmap. In fact, it has to be a bitmap to kind of do what I want it to do. But I'm going to do page first because we can still convert it to a bitmap once we do bring this in. We're going to hit OK, and it brings it in. Now, it doesn't fit there, does it? Okay, well, we can kind of, let's zoom out a little bit here and you'll see it's a little bit bigger. Let me sit down here for a minute. But we're going to make it fit. We're going to make it fit inside there. So how do we make it fit? Well, the first thing we can do is scale it, of course. Scale it. Scale it. Get it like close to what we want. Always use the move tool after you scale something. There we go. Then you say, well, how do I get it to fit in there perfectly? Well, we're going to use the transform. Oh, it's not there. Distort is what I want. Do you see how it's grayed out?
Hello, Photoshop.
Okay. Well, no. The reason why it's grayed out is because it's still vector. Okay. It still thinks it's vector. It's not pixels. Because if you remember when I brought it in, I said page and I didn't say image. If I would have said image, it would have made it automatically pixels. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to rasterize it, basically, right? The word rasterize means it's bitmap. So if I go underneath the layer here, you'll see there's also smart object. Where is it? Oh, here, rasterize right there. Rasterize smart object. It sees it as a smart object. How do we know it's a smart object? Well, we see the smart object logo here in the layer. So if you ever see anything that's in the layer here inside of Photoshop, you see this little logo that's right here. It means it's a smart object. So we can rasterize smart object. Okay, now it rasterizes it. Now it's pixels. It's still not bad. Still not bad. It's pretty high resolution image. But the beauty of this now that it is pixelized, we can then go and we can transform and we can skew, and I would use, in this case, I would use the distort. And the distort works really well. I would put this one in the corner here. Put that one right there. You can grab the points there. Maybe I want a little white around the edge because I don't want it to go all the way. So I'm going to actually bring it in a little bit. I like the white so it looks like a billboard. But then here we go. We're going to bring it. Oh, there it is. There it is. There we go. Bring this one in. Oh, there it is. A little white around the edge. There it is. That looks pretty good. Always hit the move tool when you're done. Always hit the move tool when you're done. That sets it there. And there we go. We got a beautiful Obama billboard on our bus stop. It's a little off. It's a little off, but I did that quickly. You can spend some time, zoom in and make it just perfect. But there's a lot of tools you can use to do that. And the other one I'm going to show a little bit later will be if it's like a wine bottle, it might be dark on one side and light, and you have to try and get the label to kind of wrap around so that the shadow of the image matches your design as well. I will demonstrate that in a minute. Let's do a round one. How about that? We'll do a round one next. But this is what I'm looking for you to do. You saw that in the example from when, even if you transfer to San Francisco State, they're going to require you to do these kind of things, right? San Jose State or San Francisco State, they want you to have a very professional way of demonstrating and looking at your work. And this is one way. That's why we had our discussion about graphic design versus art at the beginning of class, right? Okay, let's do another one. Does everybody know how to use that tool? This one right here? Again, it was under edit, transform. Where was it? Oh, image. No, where was I? That tool we were just using. Oh, I think I got to click on my layer here. Boom. There it was. It was edit, transform, the distort. I find that one to be the easiest ones. The warp ones might help you wrap around an object. So there is a warp ones. So if you're trying to wrap this around a wine bottle or something like that, we'll try that right now. We'll try that next. Let's do a circle one. Then we'll try wine bottle. Okay. Okay, so let's do a circly one. Is that a word? Circly? I guess it's a word. I don't know. We'll do a circly one. So let's try and find something. Sir, what did I did one the other day that was circly. Oh, I did one the other day that was circly and I can't remember. what I searched on, but let's go and search where we live. We got a new, no, templates, stock. So it's down here under the new, what would be circle-y design? What's a circle-y design? Or let's do a jacket. Let's say you did something and you want to put it on a jacket, right? Maybe a military jacket. Maybe some of you in my class, we did the mission patch, right? That would be a patch for NASA, right? NASA, yeah. So we could put in what kind of jacket would that be? Military jacket? How you spell military? M-I-L, mil.
NASA jacket.
Is
Like
it
an astronaut suit.
Jack, A-A-C, Jack, J-A-C-K, Jack, it, jacket, military jacket? I don't know. Let's try. Anyway, you have to be a little creative. Oh, they don't even have that. Oh, maybe. No. Oh, here we go. That's it. View results. Are we in? Yeah, we're in Adobe. Oh, we're in templates. Is that what we were looking for? No, we don't want templates. What do we want? We want images. Sorry. There we go. I don't want a fluffy one. That doesn't. Oh, here we go. This one kind of looks like it. No, that's all right. That's kind of. I like people. I like people in there, but he doesn't look like a military person. Move on there. Terry Pitt. Oh. Well, I like the baseball one. You could do a baseball one. That's not very military. Be nice if we had a military. Well, we have this one. I don't know. Let's try this one. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know. This one's kind of nice. You have it on an angle and on the back. Do you see that one? This one's kind of cool because you could have put it on the back as well. See that? Right? This one you got, front side. So let's try one of these. Let's try one of these. Let's try this one. Kind of like this one with the three different things in there. Okay, so this next one is how do I bring in an AI file? Because maybe this is an Illustrator file and you didn't save it as a PDF, but maybe you save it as AI. Okay. Or SVG. Again, you can use the place embed and where are we at? Desktop. Oh, this is not very good. Oh, here let's try this SVG. I don't know what this one is. Oh, it is the NASA logo. There it is. I don't know. Maybe you made the NASA logo. How about that? Again, an SVG could have there. Okay. So maybe it doesn't kind of fit right there and you want to kind of get it to because maybe it's wrinkly. So let me get the other one. Let me find one that's kind of wrinkly. I don't know. If you want to do wrinkly things inside here, inside there. So let's just say you were trying to get it here and it's kind of wrinkly there. Okay, how can I get wrinkly kind of stuff? And that's kind of difficult. I mean, there is ways of getting it to blend with it. Of course, right now it sees this as a vector. So some of the options you're not going to be able to use. Just like if you go underneath the transform, you'll notice you don't have the distort and things like that, right? And you're missing a lot of things. Again, it sees this as a vector because we brought an SVG in. You guys all know SVG is a vector, right? So what can we do? Well, we can go and rasterize it again. That was underneath select it. Oh, click on that. I'll make sure you click on the move tool first if you make any size changes. Again, that was rasterize smart object. So now that it's a bitmap, we should have options here. So no, you do have other options besides the distort. I thought that was a quite good one. But you also have the warp. And so the warp can be used to give you the kind of rolling effect, like over here where you have that. If you use a warp, it'll put the grid over that. And in fact, you can customize that grid and give you a little bit more. There should be a way to split warp horizontally. No, that's not what I want. There is a way to give it more warpy warp. There should be. I know that I know it's there, but again, oh, here we go. You can cut more lines there. There we go. I didn't want to do that. Let's undo that. Let's just go with the default. Okay, here's the default. So if you want, you can use the warp if you're trying to get it to do kind of this kind of thing. And the warp will give you dots so that you can start, kind of rolling things. You have vectors. You can see how you can get things to go. So if you're trying to get it to match that, you can do that, right? Another way to get it to match. Oh, I didn't want to do, oh. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you needed to try and distort your logo or your design, the warp here is a good one to kind of and you can split these. I think I showed you that, and it gives you the way to kind of warp it. The other thing is you might want to blend it using a blending mode. And so the blending modes, of course, are in the layers window. So if we bring up the layers window, we can blend it like that. Multiply looks pretty good. You can see you get the roll there. Do you see the roll there? See that? I don't know if you could see that online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
barely though.
But you could see how it rolls right there.
Yep.
And so using a blending mode will get it to kind of blend in with the underneath there. Does that kind of look like it fits?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So those are my recommendations. A little bit of warping, especially if you're trying to get it to do something like that, and using these blending modes here. And you guys should know how to use blending modes already. I demonstrated that in the classes before. And so again, you could do that there. And then of course we wanted to do it here on this one. We could bring another one in. Let's bring another one in. Place embedded. What was that NASA logo? There it is. There it is. And maybe we have it here. Let's zoom in. Another one you might want to use besides the distort. Remember this is vector, so you would have to rasterize it just like I showed you. Oh, again, if you change the size, you always have to hit the move tool. Then underneath layer rasterize smart object. Another one that you might want to try for something like this is the perspective one because it's on this kind of angle. Do you see that angle there? So instead of using the distort, this might be better to use the there is a perspective warp, but an easier one might be just this perspective one right here. See it right there? And you can just kind of see that, give it kind of something like that. Yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating this a little bit, but something like that. You get yourself a little bit of an angle there. And then the last one, of course, on the back here, we can do that quite easily. Place embedded. We get our NASA SVG. We can put it there. We could scale that nice and big on the back here. Whatever, and we can rasterize that. We don't even have to rasterize that. Where was it? Oh, make sure you hit the move tool, then rasterize it, and then you know, I don't think we need to use the folding there. I don't know. We could try and ooh, yeah. I don't think we need to use a blending mode for that. Yeah, that's okay. But there you go. I mean, something like that. shows that you're using your design and thinking about it in different ways, right? How would they use that? It shows that you're thinking in different ways of using your design, right? What do you guys think? If only I designed the NASA logo, wouldn't it be great?
No,
You
it
know?
looks great. I usually use dimensions for this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wanted to do a round one, and I didn't have a round one. Let me see if I can find a round. Where was the website here?
Oh,
Okay.
doing a round one with Photoshop.
What do you want? How about we do a restaurant, like front of a restaurant? What am I thinking? Restaurant or coffee shop? How about that? Coffee shop, maybe? Coffee shop? Is that one word? Coffee shop or two?
Two.
Let's try that. Oh, coffee shop. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's inside. Oh, how about we put it on the coffee mug here? We'll try something round. We got to do something round. I did a wine label one the other day. And if you want me, I can. I have a whole wine label. That's my new assignment for this semester is doing wine label. But this one's kind of cool. Let's do this one. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. So we're gonna put our logo right here, our logo, and let's think about how we can make it so it fits. Now, probably the blending mode is gonna help a lot, but it still needs to go around. Okay, so we need to get it to be kind of a round. So let's try something round. Here we go. There we go. Open with what are we doing? This one? Oh my God, that's not what I'm using. I'm using the old one. Hold on. I'm using the old one. I got two versions of Photoshop here. Let's go. We're going back to 2023. There we go. So a nice photo. It's a little distracting. If I was gonna put this in my portfolio, I would probably crop it a little bit. Get rid of some of that. You know, maybe I want to keep the handle, but I would get rid of some of this because I want this to be the focus. If I'm putting my design here, I want that to be more of the focus. So, you know, if you're going to use some of these Adobe stock things, think of cropping. Make sure that your design is the important part, right? That your design is the scene there. So I'd probably crop this right there. You know, at least there. This handle's important to the design, so I'd probably leave that. But I would get rid of that and let's find something to put around that. What do we want? Do we have a round design? Oh, do we have a round design? Let's see. Do I have a round? I have this ugly thing. Okay. We're gonna put this ugly Illustrator file around it right here. Okay, let's try that. So let's say this was my design. I'm gonna bring that in. Import place embedded. And what was that? Missing patch here. There it is. I'm gonna just no, I'm not gonna do image. Do page. There it is. And then there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. And then of course, always hit the move tool. And let's rasterize that. Again, rasterize smart object. Let's zoom in. Now that looks good, but it doesn't look like it's wrapped around. So how can we get it to be kind of wrapped around? Well, again, you have all the transform tools that are here under here. This one you might want to try, let's see, puppet warp. Oosh, that's a little bit too much. No. Let's not use that. Don't apply. Let's see. I don't know how to use the puppet warp. Perspective warp. No, this is not a building. So let's not do that. Let's see. Which one? Help me here. I guess we could do warp. Can we do perspective on two sides? We want to kind of be round. Yeah, we could almost
You
use.
do
You
the
can choose
mesh.
warp.
What's that?
If you can choose warp, if you choose warp on the toolbar on the top, there's a, just go warp.
And you could do mesh too.
This warp?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then on the top, on the toolbar on the top, you see it says custom. If you open that arrow, you have
Oh, there you
different kind of
go.
thing.
Let's do bulge. Oh, okay.
No,
No, let's do cylinder. Let's
no,
do cylinder-ish.
no.
No,
Try
Oh.
fisheye. Try fisheye.
fish eye. Fish eye. No. Inflate. No. Squeeze. No. Twist. Lower arc. Actually, that's not too bad. That one actually kind of works somewhat. There we
Getting
go.
free transforming. There you go.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It gives it kind of a round look. Okay, you get the idea, and then you get the checkbox. There we go. And then, of course, to get your shadow here, you can do some things to try and do that. If you go to your layers, I don't know. What can we do with that? I don't know. Layer mask, maybe. I don't know. I still think that maybe just doing the multiply. But that kind of changes the design a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Be nice if it was darker over here. How would I do that? I'm gonna duplicate this and then add a mask and then give myself a go. And then darken that a little bit. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let's darken that. Not that. Let's darken this. Just let's darken that a little bit. Oof. Whoosh. Turn this on. No, that didn't work. I don't know. You guys know how to use Photoshop probably better than me. But yeah, that doesn't look very good. But the first ones look good. Hey, that one looked good. That one worked out for me. And this one, of course, worked pretty well. Using
How about if you just lower the opacity?
yeah, I guess we could probably do that. Maybe let's just turn this one off. There we go. Let's just no, maybe the fill. No, I need to think about it. My brain is starting to go, I think. Ugh. But again, there's all kinds of packaging. Let's just go through. You can figure out how to put your art in there. I think the more important thing is, what can I get out of this? I think, boxes, packaging would be good to show. If that's your design, you need to think about what your design is and what your assignment was. If it was an assignment or something like that, where does it go, right? What was the assignment? What, there's this kind of thing. There's all kinds of things in there. Look, there's a whole package design here. And oh, here's a box here. Look at that. And they have examples here, look, So packaging would be good. What else would be good? I'm going to be doing a wine bottle demonstration. Wine bottle. In the Photoshop class. So if you want, I can give you my I can show you the video. And so I'm doing a wine bottle demonstration, and where's the one I chose? I chose one. No, I can't find it. Oh, it was a good wine bottle example that I had. Wine bottles would be good to show, especially here in wine country here. What else? I don't know. What else do you guys think? Jackets, wine bottles. We
Water bottles.
water bottle would be good. Water bottles are very popular. Maybe it's the what's the what was the Stanley bottle?
No, that'll give you lead. Don't.
Oh, don't get the Stanley bottle, it gives you lead. But yeah,
Don't get the Stanley Cup. People tested positive for lead. I'm gonna test my mom's.
uh-oh. The Stanley.
Yeah.
Okay, but you get the idea. I really think you should, and think about the design. I like to see people in there. I think people like to see people would be good, and not just, on some plain thing. Oh, look at this one, quite nice. It'd be tough to get it to go wrapping around there. I need to think of, there's got to be a better way to wrap around a round thing. I don't know. I'm not thinking straight right now. I'm late. I'm still jet lagged. But I don't know.